Thank you for watching tonight. I'm Margot Gray. Tonight, in his own words for a 48 News exclusive, the former Priceville police officer fired for his role in a chase that turned deadly is sharing only with 48 what was going through his mind and why he says he was wrongly terminated. WAFF 48's Nick Ballinger joining me now in studio, speaking to the former Priceville police officer, Garry Chapman, and his attorney. Nick, at the center of his termination was a violation of department policy, but we haven't seen the details of that policy.
Well, until now, Margot, I'm holding in my hands the nearly 250-page Priceville department policy. City officials say Chapman didn't consider the lives of others when he chased Archie Hale into Hartselle on September 6th. Chapman says he followed this policy by the book, and he says he should still have his job today.
If you would have asked me a month before this incident or a day before the incident, if I would have thought my department would have reacted the way they would have, I would have told you no way.
That's the voice of former Priceville police officer Garry Chapman. He was fired after city officials say he violated department policy, chasing a suspect across jurisdictions. Chapman and his attorney say the department had no grounds to fire him.
It's just a reactionary move to somehow politically distance yourself from a negative. They're making him a scapegoat. The attention should be on the tragedy that occurred and the criminal that caused it.
Chapman initiated the pursuit of suspect Archie Hale on September 6th for suspicion of DUI after he saw Hale swerving in his lane. When Hale didn't stop, he led Chapman on a nearly 4-minute chase across the jurisdiction and into Hartselle when Hale slammed into a van full of teens, killing one. Chapman's termination notice cited his violation of department policy by not assessing the dangers to civilians when he continued the chase.
Every second that person stays behind the wheel, lives are at risk, and that's why I continued my pursuit.
Priceville pursuit policy states an officer must consider factors like traffic in the area, the seriousness of the crime, and familiarity with the roads.
When you turn your lights and sirens off, that person doesn't just immediately stop driving in an erratic manner.
An impaired driver is more dangerous if they're left to run without the police trying to stop them.
The policy also states that a supervisor is authorized to stop the chase at any time.
I notified my supervisor as soon as the chase started, and I received no order to terminate my chase. If they wanted me to chase the person differently or in the future, then they need to change the policy.
It's not a video game. Officers in real time are making decisions, life and death decisions, and Gary's an expert in doing that.
Chapman's personal file obtained by WAFF shows since Chapman's hiring in January, he received 2 written reprimands. He was never reprimanded for any of his 11 prior pursuits while working for Priceville. The termination findings also express Chapman had no remorse following the chase and crash. To which Chapman says,
"I've not even been able to process that a teen has died because immediately day one, I've been put on the defensive."
Chapman was ultimately fired 16 days after the chase. Now, Chapman plans to appeal this termination with his attorney during Priceville's city council meeting on Monday. He tells me he enjoyed his time working for Priceville, and he actually wants to go back to the department.